Behold my sword of cleanliness. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, Vroom Zoom. My name's Andrew and today we're having a little break from motorcycles and cars and we are going to focus on the zoom side of things because this here is the Bosch Unlimited Series 6, what do you call it? It's a vacuum cleaner. It's a, what do you call it? A broomstick vacuum cleaner. If you're like me, then you probably don't really like vacuuming. I'm not a big fan of vacuuming, but I prefer it over doing the dishes anyway. So I do vacuum from time to time. What I've been finding is I find it a real pain to take out the Dyson that we have. It's a great, absolutely great vacuum cleaner, but I have to take it out, find the different heads for it. I then have to, pull the cord out, plug it in, unplug it, plug it into the next plug because the plug's not long enough, the cord's not long enough. Then I have to drag this vacuum cleaner behind me wherever I go, and it's a real pain in the butt. So this is the Unlimited Serie 6 from Bosch, and it's made in Germany. And I think I've reviewed a few Bosch items. I've definitely reviewed at least one Bosch item before in the past on this channel, and this is what I've ended up with. So. Retail around 300 and something Australian dollars. It sits sort of mid to low in the price range of the available things out there. The lady at Harvey Norman steered me away from all the really cheap $100, $150 type of these, and yeah, fair enough. Okay, I did want to buy something new. I originally did want to buy a Dyson V11, and then I kind of went, okay, well, that's quite expensive. So then I went, all right, maybe I'll buy a V7, and that was still pretty expensive, and I've ended up with this. It's in sort of in between the mid to budget range, okay, for one of these types of appliances. This power brush uses the Power for All system that Bosch have in their 18-volt appliances and tools range, and so it comes with this 2.5 amp hour battery. It is this little thing here. So it reminds me very much of the Ryobi One Plus type of a setup where you buy the batteries. They're a common fit battery, and then you can have, there's a lot of different types of appliances and tools that use this battery. All right, let's go over this unit. So it has a very futuristic style, and when we went to go and buy it, my son actually said, it looks like a Tesla. So it kind of does in a way. It's got the lovely white chassis, and the power brush head is also white, and it's got these little black accent bits and a bit of silver along that shaft. Yeah, that's kind of look a little bit like a Tesla, I suppose, of vacuum cleaners. It has a sort of a smallish head on it, but they're all about the same. All right, so it looks kind of small in the shop when when you're used to a normal vacuum cleaner. It does look a little bit small, but I tell you what, it's been pretty good. I definitely can't complain, but yeah, it is kind of a small head. Underneath, oh my God, it's disgusting. Yeah, I'm not going to do a close-up of the brush bit underneath at the moment. We'll cut away to a B scene of that because I'm going to have to clean it out. But yeah, look, it has a rotating sort of cylinder underneath with some bristles on it, and that is activated. So when you turn the machine on, it actually moves as you are using it, and as that goes around and around and around, it picks up things. And it's kind of funny to watch because I've never had a vacuum cleaner do that, and it sucks up, like if there's like something a little bit longer on the ground, it actually sucks it up, and it's kind of cool. All right, so then you've got the main unit here. The battery, like I said before, attaches there. Has a trigger, just an on and off trigger here. A turbo button to increase the suction power as you're going along. And then you've got a couple of release buttons just to, pull it apart and what have you. So let me just do that for you now. So if I push this button here, it releases down here. Okay, the shaft itself, also the head can release. You can put just the head on, I think, if you wanted to, like that. And then it also has a couple of other attachments that you can use with it. Then you have the waste compartment, and so basically there's a button on the top. You just push that down, tilts off, and it comes out. And yeah, pretty easy, easy to pull apart, easy to access all the sections. So just pops up like that. Pretty simple, but very effective. I worked out how to put it back together, and you put the bottom in first, and then you tilt it on like that. So then let's clip it back together just for now. There you go. There you go, and there it is. Now, in terms of weight, it's not the lightest thing, but it's not super heavy either. It's kind of, yeah, it's good. It doesn't feel too bad in the hand. My kids have used it a few times. I feel it's probably a little bit too heavy for my youngest, my 6-year-old, but my other kids, she vacuumed with it the other day, but I'm imagining it's a little bit heavy for her. For you and me, or for some teenagers, younger kids, sort of 10-year-old kids, no problems at all. Okay, so there's a pivoting point at the bottom, works great. So as you push it along, you can pivot it along, and it gets into all the nooks and crannies, and there it is. So I'll be honest, this does not come anywhere near the effectiveness and the powerfulness of our Dyson. However, it does vacuum. It does what it's supposed to do, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it doesn't have that instant sort of suck up every single little thing type of performance that you would get out of your standard regular vacuum cleaner. Not this one anyway. I dare say if I had paid more, like for the V7 or the V11, yeah, I think that would have been obviously a lot better. But I'm really, really surprised at how well this works. And one of the reasons I ended up with this particular unit also is because it has a wall mount, and it belongs on the wall in our garage. I'm in my garage right now. I'm actually in the laundry area. This is our laundry, the laundry. Yeah, just built into our garage. So that's it. So anyway, I thought it'd be a good place to do this video. So it lives in our garage. It has the attachment, has a section to put all the attachments up into. Charges the charger. For this, I thought, okay, well, it's going to be a little bit interesting how it works. But what it does is basically under here, there's a little charging socket point, and the cord sort of goes into the wall attachment, and then you just basically push it on. It's a little tiny bit fiddly. It's probably not the best system, but it's fine. It is what it is. I have tried using the 2 attachments. I'm having the same issue as I have with all of the little car attachment or upholstery attachment, which is it has this little section that's supposed to stay open when you're using it so that the bristles can do their job, and it doesn't click in place or anything. It does a very small tiny click, and then when I go to use it, it pushes back onto the where it was to start with for the other harder section to be used instead of the bristles. I'm not sure why they do that. Why not just have something a little bit more firmer that just clips into place and stays there when you actually use it? That would be awesome. It also comes with this long flexible attachment as well. I've never seen that before within a vacuum cleaner. It works quite well, especially in the car. Allows you to get into the nooks and crannies. So that's that. Okay, so criticisms so far. I only have one real criticism, and that is that when you're using this on tiles or hard surfaces, it doesn't have any bristles to sort of soften as you're running it up and down your tiles. So the vacuum cleaner I grew up with had a little button that you just step on, and it just releases the bristles underneath. Then when you're running over hard surfaces, it's soft. Okay, just there's a brush element there. Our Dyson has 2 separate heads. So when I vacuum carpet, I would use the carpet head. Then when it came time to do the tiles, I would use the bristle head. So this is basically just like having just the carpet head. Okay, so that is something. I don't find it too much of a problem, but my wife has pointed out that it is something that, it's not quite the best thing. I'll quickly talk about the battery. Look how small it is. It's a tiny little battery, and it works quite well. For small jobs, no problems at all. Would I do the whole house with it? Probably not. I don't think it would last. Where you do really notice the battery draining is when you hit the turbo button. Okay, it really does turbo right up, and the suction improves tremendously, but you don't get a lot of time to use that function because it very, very quickly runs out. I'll do a follow-up review of this later. I'll let you know sort of the running time once I've had real life experience with this, rather than just quote the numbers from the website. So yeah, there's just something, on turbo it runs out fairly quickly. On a normal setting, there's only 2 settings. On the normal setting, yeah, it keeps going. At the moment, it just sort of does my lounge room, my kitchen, my dining area, no worries. A quick run through the kids' bedrooms. It does that no worries without running flat. Let me turn it on for you and show you a little bit of the volume that it puts out. There you go. Not too bad at all. It just kind of blows the air out through here. Not very loud at all. Look at it go. Yep, it's sucking up all that muck in here. Okay, and then I'll push the turbo button. Woo! Oh, she's winding up now. Kind of satisfying to use, really. Just, you can feel the technology. Alright, so look, that's my first impressions. Do I regret buying the Bosch? I definitely do not. I think it seems like a really robust, good unit. It does what it was designed to do, and yeah, it does look like a very modern Tesla-esque sort of robotic broomstick vacuum cleaner. Alright, well that about wraps up my first impressions. What do you think? Have you got one of these, or are you thinking about buying one? Have I persuaded you that maybe this is the one for you? I don't know. But yeah, look, write down your thoughts below. And look, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Yes, we are a car, motorbike type of channel, but we still are reviewing things such as this and bits and pieces as the time goes on. But yes, we are sort of focusing more on technology, electronic stuff. This is a zoom for sure. It zooms along. So the vroom, vroom, zoom is where this comes in. So yeah, anyway, until next time, see you later everyone.